In a time long past, there lived a tortoise known for his cunning intelligence, but also for his selfish, greedy nature. He was both admired and scorned among the animal kingdom, for though his wits could outshine the brightest of minds, his heart was ruled by avarice. One day, a gathering of birds planned a grand feast in the sky, a banquet so lavish that stories of its abundance spread across the forest. Tortoise, with his ever-hungry eyes and insatiable appetite, longed to attend this celestial celebration. However, there was one glaring obstacle. He was earthbound, lacking the feathers to take him to the skies. Determined to partake in the feast, Tortoise hatched a plan. He approached the birds with a smooth tongue, praising them for their beauty and grace. "Dear friends," he said, "I have heard of your magnificent feast, and I wish to join you in celebration. But alas, I am without flight. Could you aid me, each of you sparing a feather, so that I might fashion wings for myself?" The birds, enchanted by his flattery and moved by what they perceived as a genuine desire for camaraderie, agreed. They each plucked a feather, and with their collective donations, Tortoise soon had a pair of vibrant wings. Taking to the skies with the birds, Tortoise was in awe of the view from above, yet his eyes did not linger long on the beauty around him. His mind was fixed solely on the feast to come. Upon arriving at their heavenly destination, he suggested that since it was a unique event, everyone should adopt new names. The birds, indulging his whim, agreed. Tortoise slyly chose the name "All of You," reasoning that any offering made by name would, therefore, be his entirely. The feast began, and as each dish was laid out, it was announced, "This is for all of you." True to his plan, Tortoise jumped and claimed each dish, refusing to share even a morsel with the birds who had carried him so far. Betrayed and furious, the birds began to whisper among themselves. With the feast nearing its end, the birds decided to reclaim their feathers from the selfish tortoise. One by one, they took back what was theirs, leaving Tortoise stranded in the sky with his false wings rapidly disintegrating. Realizing his fate, Tortoise begged for their forgiveness, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Stripped of his borrowed feathers, he plummeted from the sky, landing on the ground with a great crash. Though he survived, his once smooth shell was cracked and marred, a lasting reminder of his folly. From that day on, Tortoise bore the scars of his greed, a testament to the dangers of selfishness and a lesson echoed throughout the animal kingdom for generations. And so, the clever but foolish tortoise learned that wit without compassion only leads to ruin.